on, guys? Right here. We're back. What's going on, guys? So we are back at it again with another bobber build episode. It's been probably about a year and a half since I last made my bobber build video. Lost ambition, lost motivation. I made a little video about it, about how I lost motivation to make these videos with the bobber because it felt hard to work on the bobber and also make the videos. So it lost a bunch of motivation. It sat for over a year. But I'm going to be getting into a whole bunch of stuff now that I have the motivation to get back to it. And I've picked up a couple things, borrowed a couple things, bought a couple different things, because I realized that it's not going to be as easy as I thought it was going to be, just to put this bobber together without a welder, things like that. So let's get into it. Some of the things, we're going to be doing some things today, nothing major, but a little tinkering that I'm going to show you that if you have a Suzuki Savage LS650, you're probably going to want to listen to and take some advice, because I've been on SuzukiSavage.com, the forums, and there's a bunch of knowledgeable people over there really helping out. So let's get into it. Alright guys, first things first, we got some black header wrap. We have tie straps for the header wrap. Next is going to be stuff I picked up at the local AutoZone. We got some vacuum connectors, some vacuum caps, rubber vacuum plugs, a Pcv filter. Now for some eBay purchases. I feel like this was actually a bad purchase. It is a jet kit for the Suzuki Savage, and I'm going to get into this in just a little bit. Next up is something that I haven't received yet. I got some LED turn signals. That is still coming. Lastly, of the eBay purchases is a clip-on set, handlebar clip-on set for the Savage, and I'm gonna be kind of monkeying with this, seeing if I like it or not. Energy drink of your choice. Alright guys, so this isn't new, but this is black header wrap that of course I have on the header pipe, and as you can see I have a chrome Harley muffler on here that on this bike I want to get rid of as much chrome as possible. So I'm going to be blacking some things out, and it's my understanding that it's actually pretty hard to paint over chrome and have it actually stick. So I bought that black header wrap to wrap the pipe there. I think I'm going to attempt just painting over the springs. I don't know, I might go aftermarket with springs in the future, but that's what I'm going to do there. I'm going to scuff up the little heat shield here, try to paint that to the best of my ability, but if it gets scuffed up, who cares. Wheels, I might leave those polished. Not really sure yet, but with the theme I'm going with, I might paint over those, and the drums, I might paint the drums too. Alright guys, so now some things that you're probably interested in is how the heck did I wire everything up in here? What the heck did I do? Now another thing here, I have a battery holder that I just made out of some sheet metal here, but as you can see there's nothing actually holding the battery in except for the cables themselves. So now that I have a welder, I'm borrowing a welder. Now that I'm borrowing a welder, I'm going to be making a new battery box that will actually hold everything very nicely. But I'm actually also going to be welding some brackets and tabs for the seat. This is my temporary seat bracket with just a bolt and nut holding it on. And I'm actually going to be making a cover that is going to go over the side here to cover all this up and kind of tidy it up a little bit. Alright guys, bringing it down to the left side of the bike. I have an ammo can that is sitting under the left side of the seat, and that is actually holding the majority of the wiring that I could fit in there. And I have my ignition right here, which again, that's all temporary. I'm actually going to have it kind of sticking out the side here. Or I was actually thinking, if I could focus this, it might be pretty cool to actually just make like a toggle switch on the side. I'm going to still kick around that idea. Let's see if I could pop this open here. Take the key out. don't know if I could pop this open for you guys with the seat on. But look at this. I mean, the seat is just, yeah, it's just a temporary hold for just so I could actually get on it and start playing with it. All right. And if I scratch the tank, I don't really care because it's going to be painted. All right, so there is the mess of wires in the box here. Accidentally just took a picture. That was weird. But yeah, there is the mess of wires in here. And I mean, it does the trick. It actually did the trick. Alright guys, so in going with my World War II theme on this bike, I also bought an air raid siren. Almost like a tornado siren, but I just claim it's going to be an air raid siren. Check it out. Alright, you guys are probably getting a little tired of me just talking, so let's actually get into something here. Alright guys, so first thing you're going to do after you delete the air box is you're going to notice you have a crankcase hose right here. It runs along right up here to the crankcase, and what it does is in the stock configuration it runs to the air box, and it has oil vapors that allow it to go into the air box, and from there I get a little lost because I've heard that it also has something to do with the amount of pressure in the engine is feeding like how much air is being pumped out and in and vice versa. So it gets a little confusing from there. Had a bug in my mouth. So it gets a little confusing from there, but you're definitely going to want to get a crankcase filter, you know, to put on this hose, you know, so you're not having oil just coming out or, you know, having, you know, contaminants going into your engine. So what I did is I went to AutoZone, I bought a Pcv filter, and I bought a like a vacuum connector because I know that it wasn't going to fit. The hose was going to be different. So I bought a connector, and now it slides right in. I just need another clamp to clamp this on, and it's going to be good to go. But now I got to figure out how I want to mount it. I could run it along the frame here and just keep it like this, or I think it might be cooler to mount it somehow like this. You know, and the way you're sitting, I don't think your leg would really interfere with it a whole lot. But mounted like that, I think it might be, you know, a little bit of a different look. I actually think it looks pretty cool. I want to hear your guys' opinion. Put down in the comments what you think of this or along the frame like this. You know, I'd probably cut it around here and just have it against the frame, but then it would kind of be sticking out like that, which actually that doesn't look too bad either. That's kind of a neat look. What do you guys think? Alright guys, now the next thing I'm going to show you is this little hose here that feeds into the carburetor. This is a vacuum hose, and on the stock configuration, the vacuum is going to go, it's going to feed to the petcock and the carburetor. Now once you do the petcock swap, it's going to go to a straight like gravity feed system. So you're actually not going to need this anymore. So I've already disconnected it from the petcock, but now we're just going to take it off of the carburetor, just like that, and it's going to look just like this here. Now that's another thing. You go to AutoZone and you get these vacuum caps. You know, a couple bucks, and you get a package of them. You're really only going to need one of these vacuum caps right here. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to take this and you're just going to plug it right there. Easy enough, right? Alright, so next, what do you say we actually get the header wrap on? Now I'm going to just speed this process up because it's a little time consuming. So you'll get the gist of it, what I'm going to do, but you're going to want to wear gloves because this is fiberglass. So you're going to want to wear some type of glove to not get all that fiberglass you know, in your hand, because that stuff itches, it'll sting, it hurts, it sucks. guys, well, I'm sure the video is going to catch it, but I was definitely riding the struggle bus trying to get this header wrap on, especially right here where it's like coned because, of course, it doesn't want to conform as well. And these tie wraps, one tie wrap wasn't long enough, and it was my first time trying them out, and I think I'm going to have to go a different route because once you get it on, there's no getting it off or untightening it. So I ran out of tie wraps, and I'm going to have to try to figure something else out here. Yeah, as far as securing the end here, because I ran out of tie wraps, so I'm probably just going to have to, I don't know, put a clamp on there or something, but it hangs over the actual pipe just a little bit, so hopefully the stuff doesn't, catch on fire. I mean, it is header wrap, so it should be non-flammable, but there it is on the bike, getting rid of some of this chrome. Alright guys, so I think that's going to wrap up today on the Suzuki Savage bobber build on a budget, day 5, I think, 5 or 6. But in the next episode, we're going to be tackling the carburetor by putting the jets in. I'm going to show you how to put the jets in, and then I'm going to get into the story about the eBay purchase, which I didn't think was too good, but get into that the next episode. And also, hopefully, next episode, we're going to get our taillights, so I'm going to be welding this time, hopefully, in the next episode. Maybe we'll be welding. We'll see how that goes. But today, yeah, I showed you the PCV. I showed you the plug for the carburetor, the header wrap, which I'm still going to be tinkering with that because I'm not 100% happy with the way it turned out. And oh, one more thing I want to show you guys. So on our Suzuki Savages, we don't have any type of fuel gauge. So if you're familiar with a sight glass, that's what I'm going to be doing now that I have a welder to use. I'm going to be putting on a sight glass, and if you're not familiar, this is what a sight glass looks like on a motorcycle. So we're going to be putting a sight glass on the future because I'm going to be repainting this tank and everything. It's gonna be a whole different machine once we're finished. So until the next episode, guys, get out here in the garage, start working on your bike, get modifying, get customizing, let those creative juices flow. Hi, Brant. Hi, bud. All right, so until the next episode, guys, I love you. Be safe out here, and if you're out riding, ride safe. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. What?
What now?
What now?
Yeah.
What now?
Yeah.
What now?
Yeah. What now?
You're all blurry. You're all blurry. You're all blurry. Oh!